Hello everybody, welcome to Niche Pilates Online. Today I'm going to take you through a 45-minute full body jump class. Just because it's jump does not mean we're going to skip over the arms. I do have an additional set of dumbbells, mine are 5 pounds. I'm just going to add these in places. Just know it's not required. All right, let's get started. All the springs on, jump board is on, and just make your way onto your back. From here, palms are gonna face the jump board, elbows will be wide, feet are hips width distance and parallel. Take a nice inhale in, and as you exhale, press away. Take a nice deep inhale in, and as you exhale, press away, lengthening through the legs, engaging through the core. Slowly come down, elbows bend. Exhale, press away. Here we go. Moving through this nice and slow, nice and controlled, trying to warm up the ankles, the feet, the legs, the core. We're doing it all. We'll go for 5. Just pushing up those knuckles up to the ceiling. 4, 3, 2, last one, and come halfway in and halfway in with the arms. Just pulse here. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Big press away. Pull that carriage in. All right, right foot turns out, left foot turns out. We're in a wide external rotation through the legs, through the knees, through the feet. Palms go up to the ceiling and face in. We're gonna go into a tricep extension. It's just a bend of the elbow. When you're ready, we'll press away, bend, and then as you extend, you'll bend the knees. Bend, extend, little coordination. Bending the elbows right at 90. Don't let the arms just reach overhead. Think about the weights coming straight for the forehead. Good, core is engaged, pelvis feels nice and neutral here. Feel the work in the triceps for the weights. 5, 4, 3, 2, try not to lock those knees. Last one, let's go halfway out, little pulses through the triceps. You're 90, and then coming out of 90, about 10 degrees, pulse the legs. We're feeling it. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Big press away. Very good. All right, tick-tock the knees side to side. Let any tension in the low back go. And then from here, bring the feet back to hips width distance and parallel. Ground through the bottom of the feet on the ball of the feet. Lift the heels. Reach the arms up. This time, slight bend in the elbow. We're gonna go to a chest fly. Trying to stop right in line with the shoulder and then press up. Keeping the heels high. Here we go. We'll press out. Arms open. Come in. Arms come in. Pretend you're gonna hug a beach ball. Think about the muscles in your chest. You really want to move the arms like they're moving through mud. You got it. Keep those heels high. Try not to lock the knees. Should feel some extra work in the calf and the top of the legs. 5, 4, 3, you got it, for 2. Last one, big hug of that beach ball. Little pulse through the legs, halfway in. Just keep hugging. You'll feel the muscles in the chest activate. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Press out. Bring the weights down. Roll up, change your springs. 1 red, 1 blue. Lay back down. You're gonna bring the feet back to the jump board. Weights are down so we can really focus on what's happening in the body here the first time we take off. Both feet are down to that jump board. Arms are down by the sides, shoulders are rolled down and back. Breath is super important here. As you prepare, inhale. As you press away and start to hop away from that jump board, big exhale. Think about knitting the rib cage in, really engaging deep into the core. Making sure that knee and toe alignment doesn't go bonkers when you're out in space. Paying attention to any coning or doming through the abs. Option to always kick the legs up a little higher on that diagonal to protect the low back. All right, let's get into it. We're gonna hop here. Really finding length in the legs, like you're gonna poke a hole in the jump board with your toes as you point them back at that jump board. Little progression here for the core. If you wanna come up into that upper ab curl, elbows stay nice and wide. You got it. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax. All right, we're going into that same position that we did for the second move in footwork, wide and external. From here, make sure knees are opened up so they're tracking over the toes. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, try to keep that natural curve or that slight curve in the low back for that neutral pelvis. Same thing, energy out through the legs. Really feel the work. Travel through the legs, out the bottom of the feet. Option again, peel the head up, head, neck, and spine. In that upper ab curl. 10, 9, how slow can you land? And then how much can you take off? Looking for that soft and slow landing. That's where the legs are gonna feel so much work. Last 4, 3, 2, and last one. Very good. Knees can come to chest. Hope you're feeling nice and warm. I am. And then drop the knees to the other side. Let that heart rate come down just a bit. We're gonna go into some more arm work here, bringing the short loops into each hand. So one in each hand, legs are coming into table. There's a slight bend in your elbow. And then you want those palms right over the shoulders to begin. Big inhale, big exhale. Press the palms down to that carriage. Lift the palms up over the shoulders. Inhale, exhale. Trying to get the mind-body connection here. Keep the focus, keep the control as the arms go back. You really want to fight the pulley system, trying to take you with it. On the next one, arms are going to stay down by your sides. From here, bend and extend just through the elbow. Stop at 90, and then find that really long extension. That's where you're going to feel this the most in those triceps. Control. Inhale, exhale. 5, 4, like you're gonna high five the mat. 3, 2, last one, arms go straight. If you're there, peel your head, neck, and spine up. Bring the arms back up overhead. Send them around, pinkies come towards the hips. Bend, extend the arm, and then back up. Around, bend, extend, lift up, around, and down. Bend, extend, lift up, around, and down. Bend, extend, arms straight up, around, pinkies to the hips, down. Last one, extend, arms come up, around, and down. Relax. Nice work, y'all. All right, hang up those straps. And then from here, I'd like for you to roll up and just change it to one red spring. And if you'd like a little extra resistance through the core and upper body, bring just one of those dumbbells with you. We'll make our way back to our backs. Nice and flat, nice and neutral. So the spring is lighter. We're gonna just jump with one leg. Your left leg is gonna be in table. Your right hand is gonna hold the weight, and your right foot is on the jump board. Take a nice inhale to prepare, and as you exhale, let's just do the legs first. You're gonna leave the jump board with your right foot and land with the right foot. Next time, punch that weight up to the ceiling, trying to think that the knuckles are going straight up, and then that elbow sliding right next to the rib cage. Here we go. Jump up, reach up, pull down. Pretend you're gonna pull that weight through the sand like you're gonna draw a line. Be intentional so that you get that true muscle engagement through the lat. Little support from the tricep, bicep, and shoulder. You got it. 8, 7, energy out through that right leg. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one, we'll switch. Left foot to the jump board, right foot to table. Left hand has the weight. Lengthen through the left leg, punch with the left arm. Good, trying to slow it down. When that left foot lands, moving that weight through the sand, make that connection. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, almost there. Last one, and relax. Both feet are gonna come to that jump board. The weight you're gonna hold with both hands overhead. All right, from here, both feet are on that jump board. It's pretty light for the legs. We're really gonna focus on the core. So both feet jump away, the legs kick out, you peel your head up, weight reaches between the inner thighs. Little V through the legs, little spinal roll up through the head, neck, and spine. Reach that weight between the thighs. Good. Don't forget, slow down the jump board once your feet land. For 5, 4, 3, big exhale when you roll up, and last one. Very good. Okay, same setup this time as that first single leg. Right foot to the jump board, left leg to tabletop, right hand has the weight. This time you're gonna jump away with that right leg and reach the weight to the left knee. If you'd like, you can take that hand, left hand behind the head and hold yourself up in that upper ab curl. Try not to shift the hips around. Reach, land. Option to start lengthening through that left leg as you reach that weight over and across. Making an L shape with the legs. Keep that left elbow wide. 4, 3, 2, and last one. Good, right into the other side. Left hand has the weight. Left foot is down. Right hand can come behind the head, elbow is wide. Here we go, push away, kick, and reach. Think about that right elbow reaching down to the floor as you reach that left weight over and across. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one. Nice work. Whew, my core felt that one. All right, put that weight down, roll yourself on up, and then we will just keep it on that red spring and come to a high kneel facing the pulleys. So high kneel does put you in a little bit of a vulnerable place when you start to pull the strap. So option to sit back on your seat, like so. All right, I'm gonna start in the short loop with these. Nice and grounded through my knees. Just know the closer you are to the shoulder pads, the lighter this will be. All right, here we go. We're gonna bring the arms out at shoulder height without letting the upper body or trunk sway or pelvis move. Squeezing the shoulder blades together, bringing the arms as close to a T as you can with a slight bend. The goal here is that you are hugging your spine with the shoulder blades. Very good. Exhale, palms come back. Inhale, really slowly come back in front of the chest. 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one. Nice job. That was just a good warm up to get that mid back working, to keep you nice and tall through this rotation. Hang up that right loop, sit back on your heels, and hold on to that strap where you can have a really good grip. So for me, it's in that little triangle right below the knot. My left hand is holding the strap, my palm is turned in towards midline. Find that long, straight spine. Take a nice inhale. You're gonna row those knuckles towards your rib cage as you rotate to the left side of the room without letting the hips, knees, pelvis shift. Big exhale. You've got to make room in that diaphragm to get anywhere into this rotation. Trying to look over your left shoulder. What area are we targeting? Right in the back, the lat, a little bit of the shoulder, but really think about once that elbow comes past midline, right under the armpit should start to feel it. We'll go for 4, keep breathing, and really slowly turn back towards the pulleys. For 2, last one, and release. So good for you. All right, other side. Right hand holds at that triangle. Restack the shoulders, the hips, and spine. Left hand's coming behind the head. We row that right arm in and rotate over our right shoulder. Inhale, big exhale as you rotate. Very good. For 8, trying not to lean back or lean forward. Really slow release. 6, for 5, 4, keeping the shoulder rolled down and back, especially on that left side. 2, and last one. Nice job. All right, from here, hang up that loop. We're gonna bring both knees to the shoulder blocks. If your hands are sweaty, maybe set down some grippy pads on the sides of the rails. We want the arms to be a little bit, or the palms, excuse me, to be a little bit past the shoulders. So you can have some range of motion to pull the carriage forward. Slight release back. We're not gonna let the carriage dock. Good. Big exhale, pull. Working with a little time under tension here. Inhale, big exhale. You got this. Here's 5. My arms are shaking. 4, 3, 2, and last one. Sit back and down. We're gonna put both hands over to that left side just for a nice stretch. Sit into your right hip and breathe. We're having quite the sunrise here in Richmond, so if you see the nice little globe of light coming through the window, we had a full moon last night, so the sun is showing off. All right, let's target the glutes. So we are going to slide our knees back so they're under our hips. From here, I'd like for you to put your palm flat on the carriage, right next to those shoulder blocks. Being intentional about grounding through your thumb, your pointer finger, and your middle finger. So you really are protecting the wrist, and there's a slight bend in your elbow. From here, place that right foot back on the jump board. Stabilize through the pelvis, engage through the core, bring the abs in to stabilize the spine. Here we go. We're gonna lengthen through that right leg, little hop away from the jump board. Try not to put any extra weight into that left shin or left knee and hip. If anything, tell yourself more weight in that right hand. Exhale, lengthen the leg. Find that intentional energy out through that right leg. We're gonna start to add a little lift of the leg, extra activation of the glute. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, check in, weights in that right palm, not the left hip. Last one, very good. From here, right away into some fire hydrants, not involving the machine. That right knee comes in, and then right knee lifts, turns out. Good, lift, and lower, super slow. Inhale to lift, exhale to lower. Abs are stabilized. For 4, 3, 2, and last one. Sit back, little counter stretch, come off of the wrist, roll them out. Here we go. Right shin grounds into that mat. Pointer finger, index finger, middle finger, and thumbs are grounded through the carriage. More weight should be in that left hand than the right hip. And then we start to extend through that left leg. Really long leg here. Trying to slow it down every time you land. Shouldn't be a loud landing. Harder for me on this side. Not sitting back into that right hip either. Here we go, start to add that little lift. 6, gazes down, slightly forward. I'm getting tired. 2, last one, let the carriage dock. Woo, I felt that one. All right, reground, reven out through the hips. We've got to float that leg out. Left leg lifts, big exhale, lower. 8, into those fire hydrants. 7, trying not to lean to the right. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice work. All right. Drop the belly, lift the gaze, take a nice inhale, maybe sit back a little bit into the hips, and then big exhale, round through that spine, chin to chest. And then we can bring the hands together and then hold each hand together and just roll out the wrist. Nice work. Okay, I'm going to take us through a nice little inner thigh series to just break up the jumping. You're gonna take all the springs off. I'm gonna add some weights into the palms as well. So first we're gonna start with our left foot down on the floor, externally rotated. Our right shin is coming to the carriage. My palms are facing up. We're just gonna bicep curl, bend through that left knee, extend through the hips and external rotation. There should be weight in that right knee, so you're not just balancing on your left leg. Bicep curl when the right knee moves away. Lengthen through the arms. when you extend that left leg. Weight should be even left and right through the lower body. Inner thighs are doing all the work here. For 5, for 4. Big exhale as you stand up. Contract that pelvic floor. 3, 2, and last one. Woo, very good. Let's switch out the feet. So right foot lands, left shin comes down. Make sure you've got room before the carriage hits the stoppers. This time we're gonna go into a hammer bicep curl. Legs push away, bring it in. Lengthen through those arms. Make sure you've got a nice external turnout through that right foot and you're bending and extending through that knee. We can do this. 7. Inhale to lower, exhale to lift. 6. Spine is nice and long. 5. 4. 3. 2. Last one. And done. So good. All right, drop the weights. We're gonna step into the well and just take a nice stretch. So send that right foot to the carriage, hold on to the jump board or reach down for the rails. Turn the inside of the foot down. You should get a nice adductor stretch here. And then we will switch. And then I promise we're back to our jumping. Same thing, left foot goes to that carriage. Send that leg away. Stretch out that inner thigh. All right. We're gonna bring the carriage in. And then connect one blue, one red. And then lay back to your back. We're gonna go into some heavier single leg jumping. Left leg is gonna come into tabletop. We're gonna stay rolled back this entire time just because it's a little heavier. I really want you to focus on the work coming into the big muscles through the leg. Here we go, left leg is in table, right foot's to that jump board, just parallel. We're gonna push away and slowly land. I'm gonna keep my heel lifted the entire time, really taking some work into the quad. We'll go for 10, 9, maybe increasing your pace, but knowing you still have to slow down the jump board once that foot lands. Checking in with your alignment for 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one, switch. Left foot to the jump board, right leg comes to tabletop, and then when you're ready, lengthen through that left leg, slow down the carriage. Good, check in with your alignment. I know my left side is a little wonky sometimes. 10, 9, energy out through the feet. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we're gonna alternate. Right foot lands, left foot lands. Little extra coordination here. Still keeping my heels lifted when I land. You got this. Getting the heart rate up. The muscles are really getting close to fatigue for me. That's how they grow. Let's do 5 more each side. 5. Really push that carriage away. Slow it down. 3, 3, 2, 2, 1, and done. Woo! Bring the knees to chest. Top of my legs are working. All right, we're just gonna go back to wide and then hop, land back to regular. You're on blue and red. If you want to add a yellow for these to be a little heavier, feel free. Here we go. Legs turn out, legs come in. Making sure the knees travel with that external rotation. Option to come into that upper ab curl for a little more work as you go back and forth. Trying to evenly land an external rotation with control. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, almost there, 3, 2, and 1. Whew. Lay on back. Let's see. Yes, my heart rate got to my 3rd level through that series. So let's just take some deep breaths. Let the heart rate drop a little bit here. The cortisol is spiking all over. All right, a little core series. We're gonna reach the arms away, slide your shoulders away from the shoulder pads. The legs are gonna go out long and on the diagonal. From here, take a nice lift of the head, neck, and spine. Bring the chin towards the chest and reach for those feet. Don't let the shoulders do the reaching or the head. Everything's traveling together. Really find length in the legs as you exhale and reach up. If you need a good reminder, hands can come behind the head, or if you need to support the neck. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one. Bring the knees to chest and lay on back. All right, next piece to that core series. Everyone is gonna bring hands behind the head. Legs are gonna go long. From here, you're gonna drop that right foot just so it's hovering over the jump board. Rotate right elbow towards that left knee. Keep the legs long. Option to press in that right calf to the jump board to maybe find extra help through this rotation. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Switch. Left calf down, right leg lift, up and over. 8, 7, 6, 5. Drive that right elbow down. Left leg can drive down. 2, and 1. Relax. Lay back. Arms come back down by your sides. Feet to the jump board. We're gonna go into ski hops. Now that we just targeted the obliques, let's add to that. The legs are zipped together. Lengthen through the legs as you hop. Drop the knees. Let the opposite hip lift just a tad as you go back and forth. Rotation from the bottom of the rib cage. Try to keep the ankles and feet glued together as you switch from side to side. Exhale every time you twist. 4, 4, 3, 3, 2, 2, 1, and 1. Relax. Knees to chest, rock side to side, roll out those ankles, and then we are gonna roll on up. Find a nice strong seat on your carriage, so somewhere where you can ground through your sits bones, and then switch it to just that blue spring. All right, 1 long loop, depending on where you are in your carriage, is how much resistance you're gonna get from the straps. So if you need a little less, slide back towards the shoulder pads. All right, y'all, we're getting close to the end of this class. Stay with me, we can do this. Nice long spine, 1 long loop is in each hand. We're just gonna serve the tray to begin. Inhale, exhale, reach the arms away from you. Inhale, arms come back, stopping right at midline. Exhale, reach. Inhale, come back. Good. Inhale and exhale. We'll go for 5, 4, 3, 2, making sure that spine is nice and long. You're not starting to round through the back. 1, hold the arms long, open the arms out to a small Y, and then close. Y, and then close. Option to move to the short loops if you're not feeling this or want a little more. Open, close. 3, 2, last one, start to draw little circles with the arms. Out, down, around. Don't lose the integrity of that nice long posture. For 3, 2, 1. We've got to switch directions. Out, around, down, up. 8, 7, hang in there. Keep the shoulders rolled down. 5, 4, working through the shoulders and the chest. 2, and 1. You can release, just keep the straps. Take a breather, shrug out the shoulders, roll out the neck. From here, hinge from your hips, trying to make a long line from the crown of the head to the tailbone. Bend the elbows out to 90, similar to a cactus. We're gonna push the arms up and away on an angle, still targeting those shoulders. Exhale, reach away like you're Superman. Slowly come down. Good. Keeping this angle so we're keeping it out of the rotator cuff. Exhale, press away. Last 3. Last 2. Last 1, arms go long. Bring the index and thumb together, make a diamond. Let the ropes go to the outside of the arms. Bend and extend from that elbow, still holding that hinge from the hip, targeting the triceps. If you don't have that range of motion with the fingertips connected, feel free to separate through the palms. Just bend and extend. Keep a nice strong wrist here. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very good. Let the straps pull the arms back. Little tick-tock side to side. And then you can hang up those straps. All right, I'm gonna go back down to a red and a blue, and then make your way onto your back for your final jump. From here, you're gonna make your way to your back. Arms are down by your sides. We're gonna go into an alternating single leg, but this time that opposite leg that's not jumping needs to kick up to the ceiling. So let's just hop a few times, and then when you're ready, start to kick one leg up to the ceiling, land, switch. Really trying to slow it down as that foot lands. We'll go for 10. Woo! Option to peel that head up, keep the arms reaching long. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one. Let that carriage dock. Let your head fall heavy. We are gonna cool it down. Tick-tock those knees to one side. Look the opposite direction. Take a deep breath in. And then exhale, send the knees over in the opposite direction. Gaze travels. And now we are going to cool it down. You should still be on that red and blue spring. Just settle in, and we'll bring both feet into each long loop. So one in each long loop, and extend those legs long and high to the ceiling. Trying to find length through the back of the legs here. Keeping the tailbone nice and heavy, just sending the legs up to the ceiling. Couple deep breaths. And then we can start to take it into leg circles, dropping the legs down towards that jump board, out and around. Only in the range of motion that you can keep a neutral spine and neutral pelvis. Ooh, my inner thighs are feeling that work that we did standing. Lots of work happening today in this jump class. And then let's switch. Legs stay together, separate, and go down and apart. We'll do two more. Last one. And then let's really stretch out those adductors. You're gonna bend that left knee in and send that right leg nice and wide and away from you. So you feel that really big inner thigh stretch. Take a couple deep breaths. And then we will switch sides. Left leg goes long as that right leg turns out. And then we'll bring the bottoms of the feet together and let the hips open as the knees are nice and wide. Take a couple deep breaths there. And then from here, we're gonna send the legs long into the ceiling, and then we're gonna take that left foot, place it on the jump board, and swing that right foot down to the floor for that quad stretch. Much needed after a jump class. Try to keep the back nice and flat, maybe just a small lift, but really wanna get the stretch into that right quad. And then we will kick that leg up and over across midline for a nice IT band stretch. My leg does not go very far. And then we'll switch legs. Right foot comes out of that strap, left foot hooks in, and then that left leg goes nice and long. And then we'll sweep it down to the floor for that quad stretch. Couple deep breaths, thinking about all the hard work your body did today. Having gratitude for being able to move in this way. And then that left leg kicks up and comes over and across midline. Let the left hip lift just a little bit, getting deep into that IT band. And then when you're ready, you can take that foot out and let both feet land on the jump board. Safely roll on up to a seated position. And we are all done with that 45-minute full body jump class. I hope you all are feeling really strong and have a great rest of your day. Thanks so much for joining me. Bye.